Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm very delighted to join you at the 2022 Cybersecurity Conference organized by CSCS. As you may know, October is Global Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and I want to commend CSCS for sustaining this conference into the 4th edition. Congratulations to the board, the management, and the staff of CSCS on your 25th anniversary and the significant milestones you have recorded as a critical financial market infrastructure in the Nigerian capital market. Your transformation has been truly inspiring. Please permit me to applaud the dynamic leadership of the MD, my brother Haruna Jallo Waziri, and his team for all your amazing achievements. The theme of this conference is an extremely relevant one. Undoubtedly, we are experiencing the disruptive and transformative effects of digital innovation with mobile telephony, artificial intelligence, robotics, cloud computing, and several other technology innovations significantly impacting our personal lives, businesses, communities, and governments across multiple dimensions. As these digital technologies permeate almost every sector, cyber risks have become a systemic risk concern for all stakeholders, whilst the threat landscape is becoming progressively dynamic. While cybercrimes are primarily financially motivated, cyber attacks have broadened to impact not just our money, but our data, our identity, and even our lives. Attackers are targeting critical infrastructure like hospitals, airlines, pipelines, water sources, and at the same time seeking to destabilize countries by influencing elections or pushing social divisions. For example, the first death by ransomware occurred in 2020 when a German hospital was attacked. In 2021, the Colonial Pipeline in the US was hacked, whilst we started to see keyless car hacking rings springing up as cars become computers on wheels. Cybercriminals are becoming also more advanced with highly coordinated, multi-stage, and complex attacks, increasingly leveraging social engineering. The recent Uber breach, which was executed via multi-factor authentication fatigue, where the hacker disguises as a corporate employee asking for a password change, or the new phenomenon called smishing, where phishing is done via text messaging using the same tactics, are just a few examples. The cost and volume of attacks is also increasing astronomically. Losses to cybercrimes were estimated at $4.2 billion in 2020. Whilst the average cost of ransomware attacks on businesses is estimated at $1.85 million US. Kaspersky reports that leading African countries experienced 85 million malware attacks in the first half of 2022 alone. Nigeria was third only to South Africa and Kenya. These mind-boggling figures justify the significant attention and resources that is being devoted to cybersecurity awareness and reinforcing cyber defenses. Not surprisingly, the financial sector continues to be the most targeted industry due to the significant monetary rewards of a successful attack. The sector contends with the potential for cyber threats to undermine profitability, financial stability, and reduce stakeholder confidence in the sector, which is critical for financial inclusion and overall economic growth and development. Whilst there is general agreement on the need to strengthen supervision of cybersecurity, there is ongoing debate on whether cyber risk is amenable to our conventional supervisory practices. The global efforts of policymakers thus far is focused more on principles-based supervision of cyber risk rather than rules-based, given the ubiquitous and changing nature of cyber risk. A few recommended approaches for institutions include documenting a cybersecurity policy to provide for governance and oversight, risk ownership and accountability, identification of critical information assets so that you can prioritize your resources, continually testing vulnerability and cyber resilience playbooks, and you need to have one in the first place in order to test it, effective cyber event reporting and threat intelligence sharing, designating chief information security officers, and also ensuring we have effective oversight of third-party service providers to ensure that their cyber defenses are at par with other institutions. These organizations are increasingly connected to banks, central switches, and critical financial market infrastructure. And this has the potential to widen the surface through which threat actors can infiltrate the financial system. Cybersecurity framework should also emphasize the 4 Ds: deterrence, detection, delay, and the deployment of responses where required. In line with the CBN's monetary and financial stability mandate, CBN has also enhanced its own policies and supervisory framework in response to cyber risk exposures. The bank has adopted the relevant international standards. We've released a risk-based framework on cybersecurity for deposit money banks, payment service providers, and OFIs to ensure that we're entrenching global best practices for cybersecurity in regulated institutions. Other initiatives include the deployment of the industry-wide Cybersecurity Fusion Center. We've established the financial institution cybersecurity reporting system and malware information sharing platform so that financial institutions can report these incidents. The CBN is also collaborating with international agencies on cross-border information and threat intelligence sharing, remediation initiatives, and the like. A lot has been done, but there's a lot more that can be done, particularly at a country level. We must gather and analyze data on cyber attacks, as the paucity of data in this area leads to a lack of understanding of its forms and its extent. Public-private collaboration remains important, in addition to greater government commitment to cybersecurity. The Biden administration's Office of the National Cyber Director is a good example of country-level attention to this matter. We need to pass cybersecurity legislation to support the current data protection regulations, because this would strengthen the legal framework to deal with cybercrime, whilst we grow our capabilities and our talent pool, given the very, very wide talent gap for cybersecurity experts globally. It is estimated at about 3 million individuals. After all is said, we have to remember that people are the future of cyber resilience. After all, technology is created, operated, used, and abused by people. Research shows that the human factor, either due to ignorance, carelessness, or even malice, is a significant contributor to cyber vulnerability. Therefore, improving digital literacy and cybersecurity awareness through forums like this must remain a priority, particularly in Africa, as technology is rapidly deployed in innovative ways for digital financial services and in other sectors without the safeguards that you need for data, to protect the data, nor the skills or the technology for cyber resilience. Thankfully, as we deploy, we will learn and evolve, but also will the cyber criminals. This realization calls not for despair, but vigilance, resilience, and a shared resolve to protect our right to life, businesses, financial systems, and economies that are enabled and enriched by technology, not threatened by it. Happy Silver Jubilee, CSCS, and I thank you very much for listening.